Stunning. You mentioned something super, super interesting, and that is capturing data so you can determine people's behavior or consumption
Mhm.
needs. Quickly, I want to just dive slightly into that one. At
Right.
what point do you gather that info? Because I feel like brands are capturing, and that comes down to like there's a QR code, scan it for more products. That's far too late in the journey.
Right.
When do you recommend D2C brands to capture these different data points so they can better predict what someone what the consumption level someone needs? Because I feel like D2C brands haven't nailed that yet. It's like you make your own choice, which is fine because we want to give people
Mhm.
options to choose. Is there a system that you feel like is missing where you can collect a data point and you can personalize it better for someone to go, you a coffee addict, 7 coffees a day, sir, buy it tomorrow.
Right. And I think it should happen like immediately. So as a great case in point, most people look as email opt-ins as like, give us your email and we'll give you 10% off. Like a really great tech that I'm seeing and that I think people should be paying more attention to is like John Ivanko at Formtoro, right? So he harps on this all the time around creating
Right, John.
better. Yeah. He creates a lot of content. Like his app is all about collecting data. And so I think just as a quick like unpack, like everybody thinks about quizzes as being one or the other. I'm either helping somebody find the product they want, or I'm just asking them a ton of questions. And the reality is like those two things actually can be done together. So when you're talking about a quiz doesn't have to be just like say sleep supplement. You don't just have to ask like how old are you? How many hours of sleep do you get every night? You could actually start doing some of the best app experiences I've seen is when they're onboarding you with a quiz, they're like, how much sleep do you get a night? So when you're talking about a quiz doesn't have to be just like say sleep supplement. You don't just have to ask like how old are you? How many hours of sleep do you get every night? You could actually start doing some of the best app experiences I've seen is when they're onboarding you with a quiz, they're like, how much sleep do you get a night? You know, medical science suggests for people of this age that they should be getting this amount of sleep every night. Oh, okay. So next step is like, do you have trouble falling asleep? Most people that have issues falling asleep, it's because of dot dot dot. So you can actually do a little bit of education while you're asking questions, and that actually can help establish value related to your product and the problem you're solving. The other thing is like there's other apps that I'm saying like so Formtoro is one, Alia Learn is another. They're both a pop-up that asks more information and storytelling, but it also you can use it as a quiz, right? And so Octane AI is another quiz tool. So you can do all of that before anyone's even bought anything. A brand that I'm working with right now called the Turmeric Co. out of the UK, like they actually just if you hit their website, they just start asking you about it's a one question pop up with no email capture or anything, just asking like which one of the benefits of like what problem or what benefit are you looking for from turmeric? Simple. So they know they have information related to like the types of people that are coming to their site right away that are interested in it for like health effects, sleep, quality, like all those different aspects that turmeric and curcumin can solve. So that's the first place to start. The next stage is like post purchase surveys, and then a lot of brands don't do much surveying after the fact. Post purchase surveys are typically like attribution flows. That's another great place to like what made you buy today, what has you excited, what's the problem, more about who you are, those types of things. So I think that there's often like any marketer understands this, but sometimes I feel like as brands, SaaS or otherwise, that we get a little, you're too close to it. I'm putting this ad together because it's talking to health benefits. I have health copy on the page. I have all my emails talk about health. And yet when I find out the reason why people buy, it's because of convenience. That happens all the time where there's a disconnect between the reasons you think people are buying and what's actually why people are really buying. So when you start learning that and you start aligning to what's actually happening, that's where I've seen massive growth happen. It's like, oh, we thought people wanted to buy because of this benefit. Turns out they actually really were like this benefit, and I don't have any copy that speaks to that. And then you do, and you start selling out of your product.